Boston Mobo, who's played a lot for Toronto. 1-2 so far in Vegas. The Celtics 2-1, still with a chance to make the semifinals. Only 2 teams are still undefeated in Vegas, and the rest will be decided by point differential. So if Boston can win big in this one, they'll set themselves up with a chance to keep playing in the Summer League playoffs. Isaiah Stevens on the ball for the Kings, defended tightly by John Tonje. Stevens can't roll it in. Gonzalez rips down the rebound. Tonje goes down.
For me, as we get later into Summer League, people always talk about, oh, it's day 6, day 7. A lot of the star players aren't playing. But the reality is it can still be the breaking point, the breakthrough point for any player out here. For me, when I played, it was my break because the guy in front of me got hurt. And so regardless of what's happening, these players are still playing for their NBA dreams. And so you're going to see high level, high effort basketball, regardless of what day we are in Summer League.
It's a great call, Jeremy. And in a way, these games toward the end of regular
be nice.
These games could be maybe in a way more interesting because those big names are locked into NBA deals in terms of making it to the league. This is a lot of guys who are trying to make it.
And the game changes too, right? Because when you have an A cuff, you know how you're going to play. You know the ball is going to be in his hands 80% of the possessions. Here it's going to be more free for all. It's going to be more pure basketball in terms of whoever has a hot hand is going to be able to stand out. And so you're not the league goes on. So everybody has more parity in terms of, you know, usage rate.
Obo put back. Jeremy, again, you did have at least one dunk in Summer League, right? At least one.
I had only one dunk in Summer League, but, you know, that's not too shabby. 5 games.
Yeah.
That would be really, really successful.
It's a high percentage shot.
But Mobo, my goodness, his energy and his motor early out the gate is ridiculous. Getting blocks, rebounds, offensive rebounds, putbacks.
Super athlete, Mobo, 24 years old. Cardwell missed it. Caravan couldn't clutch it to put it back in, and here comes Uzan. Former star at the University of Houston, teammates with Chris Sanak, who starts on the bench here for the Celts. Amari Williams, a great passer for his size, sets up Uzan, who missed it. Rebound 100 games for the Raptors the last 2 seasons. Entry to Cardwell, fouled by Williams.
Asked him, I said, what's the difference between Summer League and the NBA regular season? And he was like, it's completely different. It's 2 different styles of basketball in terms of how good the players are and how much they understand the game. So that goes to show you there's so many raw players out here. So even just a little bit of experience can mean a lot.
Amari Williams has some NBA experience. It's cool that you were talking with Yang Hansen from the Portland Trailblazers. He played great, by the way, the other night.
That was really fun to watch. He's really coming into his own right now. I think that first year was difficult for him, and he had a great. I said, "Are you excited? Are you excited for your second year?" And he says,
"Here."
That's interesting that he didn't start. I wonder what happened there. Whether it's showing up late to a shoot around or something, but that doesn't really make sense for a first rounder to not start.
Maybe trying to get him used to the role coming off the bench, which will be what he does with the Celtics. Maybe spend some time with the main Celtics in the G League. Gonzalez sets him up for a 3. Chris Sanak heating up right off the bench.
I think that was that wasn't even, physical.
Offensive foul.
That ball
played with 2 seconds left on the shot clock on your first possession. Sets the screen here for his college teammate Uzan. Tonje comes up short. Caravan the rebound for the King. Head coach is Chris Darnell here in the Summer League. Caravan a long one, too strong. Gonzalez with another. Tucker DeVries. Playing for his dad Darian at Drake, West Virginia, and then Indiana this past season. Manuel Sharp. Too deep on that 3. Here's Stevens on the reload.
Another thing we'll see, which we today too, is in Summer League, you'll actually see a lot of guards, point guards, shooting guards who are 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2" guards. They have a chance in Summer League, but that extra 1 or 2 inches makes all the difference when it comes to actually making it on an NBA roster. Which is why yesterday Javon Small stood out so much, is at 6'1", being able to do that.
Mobo again on the glass. 3rd chance. Here's Stevens, who's 6 foot even. Sharp, a nice move to get by Tanjay. Picked up by Sanat. 4 on the 24 for Cardwell. Sharp tries again. Missed again. The Kings are just 1 for 14 at 7%. Past the midway point of the first quarter. Uzan couldn't. Now Stevens using the speed. Caravan drives. Another miss for Sacramento.
Season long and watching their summer league team. How are you feeling so far? Watching these young players. What are you looking for?
Well, Hugo Gonzalez is a very exciting player. He flashed big time as a rookie, and he was 19 years old for most of that season.
Any teenager, but even though he wasn't happy about it then, he looks at that moment as a turning point in his career. He was named a McDonald's All-American his senior year, then went on to play in Houston, and now, of course, fighting for some minutes and a rotational